This is test J, game 4. I am going to make worlds here. I'm starting with P in the background. Uh, I know I've got center 1, 2, and 3, and I know that I have 5 types of things to recycle. Those are G, N, P, T, W. And if you have wood, first rule says if you have wood, you have to have newsprint. Okay, fine. Second rule says everything at center 2 is going to get forced into center 1. I'm just going to hold that one in my head because there's way too many ways. Like I can't just eliminate that rule easily by splitting, but I can eliminate the last rule easily by splitting. Only one of the recycling centers recycles plastic. Okay, in combination with the second rule, if center 2 had plastic, then center 1 would also have to have plastic. But the last rule says you can only have one center that has plastic. So that has to be center 1 or center 3. And I'm going to start there. That center has to have, that center cannot have glass. So no glass here in center 1, no glass here in center 3. Well, where can the glass go then? And this is where, if you think it through, and it's just because I want to eliminate the rule, right? I knew that plastic could only go in 2 places. I did finish the rule by saying, okay, so glass can't go there, glass can't go there. But then the next question is, well, what happens? Like, where does glass go? You have to use glass somewhere. Where is that glass? And when I think this through, I believe that glass has to be, in this world, glass has to be in 2 or 3. But anything that's in 2 has to also be in 1. So glass actually can't go in 2 here. So it has to go in 3. And you might have made a split here. If you split based on G, that's nice, but you should realize pretty quickly that the second you put G in 2, this world dies. So here G just has to be in 3. And that's it for G. And now the only thing we have left in this world is just, okay, what about N, W, and T? Over here, the world where plastic is in center 3, where can the glass go? Well, wait a second. It can't go in 2. If glass went in 2, then it would have to go in 1. So in this world, center 1 actually has to have glass. So in 2 worlds, I have killed plastic and glass both. The plastic and the glass can only look like this or like this. I guess I'll underline it just for consistency. And then I'm playing a real simple game, okay? All I'm thinking about at this point is W, N, and T. T's kind of a wild card, right? Like T can just go wherever it wants. But if you have wood, you have to have newsprint. But there's plenty, I'm pretty sure, yeah, wood could go in any of the centers in both worlds. So you could make a further split here, but I kind of think that I'll just go tackle the questions because I feel like this crushes it pretty hard. So yeah, let's see how that goes. Number 18 is a list question. I'm always going to do it by just a pretty simple process of elimination. Which one of the following could be an accurate account of all the kinds of material recycled at each recycling center in Rivertown? I just have to make sure that I apply all the rules properly. So first thing, make sure that every center has 2 or 3 things. Just scanning the answer choices here. Every answer has 2 or 3 things in every center. Okay, so that's fine. Anytime I see wood, I have to see newsprint at that same center. That gets rid of A because wood is in center 3, but not newsprint. Just looking for wood here and making sure that newsprint is there. So B's okay because wood is in 3 with newsprint. C, wood is in 1 with newsprint. That's fine. D, wood is in 3 with newsprint. That's fine. E, wood is in 1 with newsprint. That's good. And 2 with newsprint. That's also good. Okay, fine. First rule's gone. Second rule, every kind of material that center 2 recycles is also recycled at center 1. Okay, so scan the remaining answers and just make sure that they match. So B has G, N, and T. Yeah, B looks good. C has G, N, and T. Oh, and then G, N, and W. So center 2, not everything in center 2 is in center 1 with C. So C's out. D, center 2 is glass and tin. Center 1 is glass, plastic, and tin, and that's fine. If you got stuck here, it means you didn't really read the rule properly. The rule said that any recycling center that recycles wood also recycles newsprint. That does not have to happen the other way around, and that's why D here is still alive. All I'm looking for is if you got wood, you have to have newsprint. E, center 1 has wood with newsprint, and center 2 wood with newsprint. Oh wait, sorry, I skipped rule. Wow, I freaked out there looking at the wrong rule. D, center 2 has glass and tin. Center 1 has glass and tin and plastic. That's fine. E, that's what I meant to do. Center 2 has newsprint, plastic, and wood. Center 1 has newsprint, plastic, and wood. We're looking good still. Last rule, there's only one plastic, and that plastic cannot be with glass. B, center 3 has plastic, and there's no glass there. So I think that's going to be the answer. I've got to eliminate D and E here, if I'm right. There's only one plastic in center 1, but it's with glass, so that gets rid of D. And then there's 2 plastics in E. And I'm 100% certain that the answer for number 18 is B, and then I would move on. I'm going to do the if questions next, so I'm actually going to skip 19. I'm going to do 20. These if questions can kind of get the ball rolling, especially when I didn't have flesh out like crazy worlds. This is awesome, though. Okay, I've already killed this game because just this split, just these 2 worlds, I already know too much about the game to have a hard time. So number 20, if center 2 recycles 3 kinds of material, which one of the following kinds of material must center 3 recycle? Well, okay, so do I know what world I'm in if center 2 has 3 things? And I do. I know I'm in this world in order for center 2 to have 3 things, because in this world, center 1 has plastic. And remember, center 2 can never have plastic. So anything in center 2 has to be in center 1. Well, that means center 2 is going to have 2 different things, but not plastic. And so I'm not in this world if center 2 has 3 things. I'm in this world, the world where center 3 has plastic, and that's the answer for number 20. So here's an example of worlds barely even filled out at all, still predicting one of the answers to one of the questions, and I'll be kind of surprised if that doesn't happen again as I answer those remaining questions. 21 says, if each recycling center in Rivertown recycles exactly 3 kinds of material, then which one of the following could be true? Again, I can't be in this world because in this world, center 2 only has 2 things. I would have to be in this world in order for all the centers to have 3 things. So what could be true in this world if every center has 3 things? Well, center 2 would have to have glass for sure. And then, I don't know, it seems like there's a few combinations. Let me see if I can do it by process of elimination. A, only center 2 recycles glass. That's not possible. Center 2 can have glass, but if it does, then center 1, and also in this world, center 1 already has glass. So it is not possible ever for only center 2 to recycle glass. How about only center 3 recycles newsprint? So I go wood and newsprint here, and then here and here. So let me just see if I can fill it out and make the game make sense. If only center 3 recycles newsprint, well, then it can also be it's also the only one that has wood. It has to be the only one that has wood, because if you have wood, you have to have newsprint. So center 3 then would be wood and newsprint here. How can I fill out center 2? Well, this would have to be a G, and then who's left? I've got to use T still, so I could put T here and here. And then I could use, but who's left, right? There's nobody else. I mean, I already got G, I already got T. And if I have wood, I have to have newsprint. And if I don't have wood, I still would have to have newsprint to get to three things, because there's just not enough players. There's only 5 types of things. So yeah, no, that won't work either. Not in this world anyway. Sorry, I always misplace my eraser. There it is. How about, is it possible in this world for only center 1 to recycle plastic? No, because plastic's in center 3. How about only center 3 recycles tin? Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. Like tin's a wild card, right? Tin's really flexible. I would think that tin could be here and here, or just here, or just no, not just here if they have 3 things, but just here, yeah. So I go plastic, tin, and newsprint, and then over here I go glass, wood, newsprint, wood. Oh, sorry, wood, newsprint, wood, and newsprint. So yeah, that does it. This right here, you'd have newsprint across the board, but center 3 is the only one that has tin, and they do have 3 things, and I've used everything. Yeah, that's good. That'll work. Answer for number 21 is going to be D. How about only center 1 recycles wood? Now, if center 2 has 3 things, then center 1 has to match it exactly. So it can't be the case that only center 1 requires wood if center 2 has a full boat. Answer for number 21 is D. Had to do a little bit of work there within this world. If I had split further when I started, then that question would have been a little easier. There's an art to it. There's not one right way. Sometimes I'll have to do, if I have skeletal worlds, sometimes I'll have to do a little more work on some of the questions, but I also, with skeletal worlds like this, can predict the answer sometimes to the questions, which is great. Okay, 22. If center 3 recycles glass. Well, okay, so I'm not in this world, because that's the world where center 3 has plastic, no glass. I have to be in this world where center 3 has plastic. Has glass. I also know in that world that center 1 has plastic and center 2 only has 2 things. What does center 2 have to recycle? So if I'm in this world, what has to be here? And that's an inference that I just haven't made. Strange. So an example, I guess, of where if I would have made a further split here, I would have made an inference that there's something here that I'm missing. So it's not plastic and it's not glass. Oh, I know what it is. I've got wood, newsprint, and tin. And the problem is I have to have 2 of them. So think through the combinations. Wood and newsprint, or newsprint and tin. But wood and tin doesn't work because wood requires newsprint, and this is the world where center 2 only has 2 things because center 1 had plastic. So it's newsprint is going to be the answer to that question. Everybody, please just be careful with your microphones. Thank you. So it's newsprint here. And I could just write it in now. I didn't make the inference until I was answering question number 22. But yeah, newsprint has to be here. It could be wood and newsprint, or it could be tin and newsprint, but it can't just be wood and tin. So yeah, so this has to be newsprint, and that's the answer for number 22. Number 23 says, if center 1 is the only recycling center that recycles wood. So that could happen here. You could put wood and newsprint there. And then here you don't put newsprint, so you have to put tin. And then over here, you don't put wood, but you put newsprint or tin or both. So it does work over here. Over here, if center 1 is the only center that recycles wood, then I would have wood and newsprint. So let me think about center 2. Center 2 would have to have glass and newsprint because it has to have 2 things, and center 1 has to have those things. So yeah, center 2 could have glass and newsprint. And then over here, there's no wood, but there could still be tin or newsprint or both. So both of these worlds are going to be tin or newsprint or both. Which one of the following could be a complete and accurate list of the kinds of material that one of the recycling centers recycles? Wow. Okay, so is it possible for somebody to have just plastic and tin? Well, over here, if I didn't mess anything up, I think center 3 could have plastic and tin. So it seems like that is a possibility. How about just newsprint and wood? Well, here I got plastic. Here it's newsprint and tin. Here it's glass. Here's glass, glass. Yeah, no, just wood and newsprint. I don't see that happening. Just newsprint and tin? No, it just didn't happen. Just glass and wood? Glass and newsprint? Glass, wood, and newsprint? I mean, just glass and wood is kind of silly, right?
Your first world is wrong, by the way.
Hold on a second, Philip. E, can I have just glass and tin? Um, I don't see any world. Oh, right here I have glass and tin, and now okay, I made him. I got stuck, and now Philip's gonna bail me out. What did I do wrong over here, Philip?
If you had in world in column two NT, then column one would have to have a T in there too, but you filled out WN. So
Oh,
that's
this
wrong.
doesn't work. Thank you, thank you. This doesn't work because if I have wood and newsprint here, then what is going to go on in two? Yeah, newsprint and tin. That doesn't work. So this whole side doesn't work, and that's why the answer for number 23 is not E. Thank you, Philip. And the answer for number 23 is A by process of elimination. Last question in the game is number 19. By the way, what would have happened there? I would have got stuck. I went a little too fast when I was making this world. I would have thought that A and E both worked, so I would have got stuck. I would have had to kind of rethink my solution there. I went a little too fast and I made a mistake. That would have been bad. Number 19, which one of the following is a complete and accurate list of the recycling centers in Rivertown, any one of which could recycle plastic? And boy, my worlds just killed it. This game kind of walked right into my two worlds. The answer is just center 1 and center 3. And so the answer for number 19 is going to be D, and that is the game.